Well, today we're talking about a producer that's really close to all of our hearts actually at Harlington Wine. It's Gamba from Valpolicella, and we actually started importing their wines with their first vintage, which was way back in 2005 we met them. And Valpolicella's had a bit of a checkered history. The wines have been seen as being kind of low quality really. A lot of the producers sold their grapes to cooperatives, and the poorer quality wines that are found on the valley floor were kind of insipid, and that was the majority of the exports, so it gave the area a bit of a bad name. But the top growers are high up in the hills above Lake Garda, and that's where Gamba are based. And the only thing with Gamba was they only had a winery back in 2003. Before that they were just farmers and sold their grapes to cooperatives. They always got a good price for their grapes, but having had investment from the EU, they now have a state-of-the-art kind of miniature winery, and they're doing really well. They've since we met them, they've gone from strength to strength, and recently were given 5 stars from Decanter for their Amarone, so they're really going places. But there are basically 3 types of wine from Valpolicella. There's a Valpolicella Classico, which is a light wine, and that's basically the grapes are picked in October and then immediately crushed and made into a wine. They then have a wine that you may have heard of, their fine wine of the area, which is Amarone. And Amarone is made when they harvest the grapes. They actually leave the grapes to dry on straw mats for 6 months, and this concentrates the sugars in the grapes, and then they ferment it, and it's a full-bodied, delicious wine, which is one to sort of contemplate and enjoy on its own really, rather than with food. But it's very expensive, Amarone, so it's not one to be glugged down. Now Ripasso is kind of a halfway house. What they do with Ripasso is they dry the grapes. They put a proportion of the Amarone grapes in with the sort of grapes that haven't dried. So you get sort of, it's really a halfway house between Valpolicella Classico and Amarone. So there's a partial element of drying of grapes, which gives it a bit of full-bodied flavour. But yet it hasn't gone all the way, so it's a perfect food wine. So similar to sort of a good quality Bordeaux, pretty much left bank. So this is a great wine to have with steak, and if you come here Toby, you can see we're having some nice steak, well, lamb as well. We've got different people having different things. I'm having steak. And Toby, if you just shine on this. So this is a Valpolicella Ripasso 2009. If we pour it into the glass, it's quite a light colour, but lots of flavour. It's delicious. It's a complicated wine, lovely sort of cherry notes on there, a bit of complexity, you know, serious wine really. And on the palate, it's great. It's got the structures of very good quality Bordeaux, Cru Bourgeois or above. But it's the flavour that's different. So you're almost tasting Bordeaux, but it's the different flavour. So it's something a bit different. It's lovely that those cherry notes, rather than sort of blackcurrant notes you get in Bordeaux, it's got cherry notes, but then it's got all the other things you'd expect that you would get from Bordeaux, which is complexity from the barrel aging and things. So this is a really delicious wine, and it's absolutely outstanding value. So I certainly recommend you enjoy this with a rib of beef, which is what we've got this evening, and enjoy it.